I challenge you to pronounce what it says there.
Trznica?
Trznica.
Trznica?
Even for us it's hard.
Okay, trznica.
Yes.
No, it's really good. I would eat this, if they had this in Japan, I would eat it like a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
But always a little bit strong. Man, first of all, thank you for coming to Banjaluku.
No, thank you. Thank you. Great to be here.
For finding the time to be in our country. For the people that maybe didn't know you, you're playing in one of the biggest festivals, without a doubt, in our city. What should they know about you? How can you present your work?
Well, so I work on a project named Drunken Kong, and basically, yeah, we focus on making like techno, but like more with different influences. And in general, you know, I like music that's very energetic. So that's what we try to focus. So yeah, and it's going great. You know, I have a lot of different influences. I'm very open to, you know, different styles of music. So I try to incorporate that and kind of mix it in with my own production. So yeah, like I'll be playing tonight at the main stage. And yeah, I'll be playing different kinds of stuff, you know, from some that are a bit hard maybe, but also groovy stuff. I'm just gonna mix everything in and hopefully, you know, take everyone on a journey.
I'm sure about that, but what actually made you fall in love with the music?
For me, it was, you know, growing up in Tokyo, and I was always surrounded by electronics, you know, like for example, like game music was, you know, one thing I think that really got me into electronic music, because I would listen to these kind of sounds, you know, like since I was a child. So when I found electronic music, it kind of linked right away to like my past. So yeah, you know, I've been listening to electronic dance music since I was very young, because at the time, you know, rules weren't that strict. So, you know, I was able to get into parties, you know, even some clubs, you know, when I was very young. And then that's how I met electronic music. And since then, yeah, it's completely changed my life.
Okay, we'll get back to that later, but it's your first day in Banjaluku, actually. You came last night.
Yeah.
So do you know anything about the city?
Not really, not yet. But, you know, I just took a walk around. Very nice, very beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, the energy is great. I mean, people just enjoying, like last night, you know, people just hanging out in the park. Like, yeah, it's very nice.
So basically all this part is the old part of the town, and here we have a building called Banski Dvor. So all the main cultural events, music events, exhibitions actually happen here. This is the presidential palace where the president of the entity of Bosnia lives. So
oh, wow.
Bosnia is quite a complicated country. Even though we are super small, we are divided in different entities. Mm-hmm. So there is like Croatian part, Bosnian part, Serbian part. Mm-hmm. But we all live in a country called Bosnia and Herzegovina. That's the only thing for you that is actually important. Mm-hmm. But all these, let's say, beautiful things that you see here were created by one guy. His statue, you can actually see here, we can now see it. Okay. He was not originally from Banjaluku at all. So he came here by the command of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and in around 5-6 years he built all of these things.
Wow.
His name is Svetislav Tisa Milosavljević. So we have very complicated names as well. Slavic language, a lot of these crazy Slavic names, but if it wasn't for him, probably you wouldn't see any of these things now here. Wow. So you'll see Banjaluku is like kind of European city for the Bosnian standards, but still we got a touch of this Austro-Hungarian vibe thanks to him. Okay. Have you ever been inside the Orthodox Church?
No, I haven't.
Let's take you.
Oh, I didn't even know you can go in. But it was just...
I'm not sure if there are Orthodox churches in Japan. Probably
Japan, there are, but not so common, I would say. You know, a lot more shrines and temples, for sure.
Which one is your favorite? Kyoto Shrine.
It's hard to pick, but I mean, the place I really enjoy going because I live close is the Meiji Shrine.
Meiji Jingu.
Yeah, Meiji Jingu, right? And yeah, because I live very close, so and it's very nice, you know, because it's right in the middle of the city, and it's just like, you know, it's a complete different energy you know, complete different atmosphere once you step in. Okay. And yeah, for me, like I kind of feel that, you know, it's a very spiritual place, a very special place.
The gold on the domes is actually from Russia.
Okay.
Siberian gold. The yellow and red bricks is the same type of bricks which was used for original church, and it was the same, let's say like 100 years ago, almost. We'll go now inside. There is no special way how to behave.
Okay.
Otherwise, to respect, not to be loud.
Yeah, sure.
And I hope you will like it. We have a few different churches around the city, but this is probably the most beautiful one. We usually cross like this when we enter.
Okay, like this?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome to our first Orthodox church. So, pictures of all the saints that tell different stories from the Bible.
So this would be like the main one in the city center?
Yes, we have another one quite close,
okay,
but this one is the most representative one.
I see.
Without a doubt. So we were one big country before called Yugoslavia, like big for Japanese standard, not that big, but for our standard, 20 million people. We got war, then we got separated into 6 small countries, which are Bosnia, Serbia, Croatia, Macedonia, Montenegro, and Slovenia.
Okay.
But for me, we are all the same people still. We speak basically the same language.
Okay, wow.
It's just that
like the areas just separated, yes, divided.
Yes.
I see.
But what is really for me important is that we have Orthodox churches, Catholic one, mosques, all like in one street. And I take proud that we really cherish everyone. Doesn't matter he's like Muslim, Christian, Hindu, or whatever he is. Now we came to probably the most important street in the city.
Yeah, I was walking here last night. It was really nice in the evening, right, with all the lights and everything.
Actually, now it's quite hot, so not a lot of people, but if you would walk up, let's say like 7, 8 p.m., it's going to be really, really crowded and packed. So we call this street Gospodska Street. Gospodska in our language means gentleman street.
Gentleman street, okay.
Because long way back, let's say like 2 centuries ago,
yeah,
there was nothing but a swamp here. It's like there was basically nothing. The country was not that developed at the time. But one guy, he decided to open a shop somewhere here. He named the shop Albania.
Okay.
But he wrote a sign that only like gentlemen can actually enter the shop. So he would prevent the people that didn't have money to bother him.
Yeah.
So unofficially, the name stayed, even though the real name is like very, very different. Everyone calls the street Gospodska Street. Do you see this clock here?
Yeah.
So if we look at the time now, so now it's 10:05, so it's actually not correct time. And what do you think that the date, 27th of October, 1969?
Yeah, I know there's some meaning, but I'm not sure of why.
Okay, so we actually had really bad earthquake on this specific date.
Really?
So this whole area is kind of earthquake shaky.
Okay. Oh, it is?
Yeah, quite a lot. Croatia
really?
as well, Macedonia a lot. So not like Japan again, but still like
no, totally, I
for
understand
European standards, quite a lot.
Really?
So most of the people, like my parents, grandparents, they have a lot of fear, let's say, for that, because they really know what happened on that date. So more than like 1,000 buildings got like damaged completely. More than 20 people died. Wow. For a very small city at the time was actually quite a lot. So this clock was the same at the time, but it stopped working.
Okay.
So when the locals meet, usually, when you would meet for a coffee, for a drink, for a beer, you would actually meet in front of the clock. So it's a spot where every local know where it is, because if you don't know, you're probably not from Banjaluka. But so when we go to the concert, probably like this evening, a lot of people will meet here, and then they will go to the castle. But We hope we don't get another one as big as this in the future, but it's something that really stuck to the memory of a lot of people here. But there is one thing I bet you that you didn't see in Japan that we actually saw in Japan.
What was it? What is that?
That is actually Yakuzas.
Oh, okay.
We had a meeting with...
Wow, oh, you had an interview?
With the boss of the Yakuzas.
Wow.
And we spent like 2 days with few guys. Some of them were in jail for like 40 years.
Yeah.
And we got to saw like the pinky being cut.
Yeah.
All the like Yakuza tattoos, and it was really amazing experience.
Wow.
If you guys didn't see it,
amazing. So I can watch that on the YouTube.
Definitely.
Okay, I gotta check this out.
Now we'll head to one part that probably you didn't see, you don't have in Japan, is the local market.
Okay.
But I want to do challenge for you while we are going there. So we have two different alphabets here. We use like Latin, like you, but we also use Cyrillic one, like Russians, let's say. Okay. So this is the name of the local market. I challenge you to pronounce what it says there.
I have no...
And I buy you anything in the local market if you guess what it is.
Tirania? No. Tirana?
So the third one would be je.
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 Trju. That's hard. Trju. So last one is A.
It's A. Yes.
Trjua?
Before A, it's C.
Trjuca? I don't know. I give up.
Tržnica.
Trznica?
Tržnica.
Trznica?
Even for us, it's hard. Trust me.
Trznica.
Yes, it's the name for the local market, but you did a very good job. You did a very good job.
I tried my best. I tried my best.
You did a very good job. So here, people, all the farmers, they come to sell local food and vegetables.
So it's like a local market where you can buy vegetables and...
You'll see now, depending on the season, you get different types of fruits and vegetables, but you'll see now what do they have, and maybe also try something you didn't try before. You know what is this?
No.
Fig?
No, I've never seen that.
Never?
Never, I don't think
so. Dobran, jel možemo uzeti jedan ako nije problem? Hvala puno.
Hvala vama.
But even in my village you actually get it. So, first time for you to try figs.
So, how do I try this?
You just eat it fully.
Just straight, like that?
Yes.
I just bite it?
Yes. And let me know how it feels like.
Very good. Very nice.
Sweet but good.
But I can picture this on a hot day, like you eat this, it's really nice. No, it's really good. So this market's open just like certain hours, not till the evening?
It's open from early morning until like 4, 5, 6 in the evening, every day. Usually on the weekend is the busiest, but every day it works. We actually have sometimes also like Japanese apple. That's how we call it them. I'm not sure the real name, but we call them Japanese apples.
Okay.
I really like the ladies that sell. They're always polite and smiley.
Yeah.
By the way, how do you feel about the people? Do you think they speak the local language? How does it feel like? I mean, your short time here, but still, did you manage to talk to anyone?
There was actually there was a story where I just arrived at the hotel and I wanted to buy a bottle of water. So I went to a close by liquor store, like a small shop, to buy water, and then basically they didn't accept credit card, and I didn't have the currency. I only had euros. So I was like, and then there was a young lady right behind me, and I said, oh, sorry, go ahead, you can go first, because I was going to talk to her, try to see how I can, make the payment. Then she was so nice, without saying anything, she just paid for my water, and yeah. And then the lady told me, oh, she paid for your water. And I was just like, oh, I ran after her and I was like, oh no, thank you so much, Yeah, so, it's like, that was the first interaction, once I arrived here. So I was like, wow, that's amazing.
And what would you say are the good and bad things about being an international DJ?
Well, the good thing is, of course, you get to see the world, you get to travel, meet people, see different cultures and places is amazing. And of course, you create joy through like your music, you know, to people that you've never met. Yeah, you know, this is like something like really emotional, you know, and has such meaning for me. You know, going to a new place and kind of making friends through your music, you know. And so that's the like the good side of touring DJ. The tough part is, of course, you know, with the travels. Sometimes, you know, things happen where flights get canceled, you know, right there. It's like, you know, you're in a totally different country, in a different time zone. You don't know, like, you know, you have to kind of learn how to approach these kind of problems. And
usually stay like for short days.
Yeah. And physically too, it's really tough. Sometimes, you know, I would go like to America just for 4 days. Go, play, and then head back, you know. Like this time too, I was in the US for close to 3 weeks. So I was touring there. And then I went back to Japan just to kind of refresh for 3 nights. And then I came here, straight to Macedonia.
You went 3 nights and then, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But like for me, like this 3 nights is very important because that's when I can really relax because I'm at home. You know, my touring switches off. So this 3-day really helped me refresh, you know. And being able to see like, you know, my daughter, you know, my family, my wife, like, and my friends, you know, this really mentally kind of resets so that, because being away like 1 month, over 1 month, it's just mentally, you know, you're always traveling alone, you know, and all the DJs I think face, you know, this loneliness, you know, you have, you know, going everywhere, you know, and going from one city or one country to the next, you know, just 1 day each. So yeah, it's tough, but for me, you know, more than the negative side, the positive side is so much stronger. You know?
Yeah.
So coming here, you know, seeing this, being able to play in a location like this is amazing.
We are really glad to have you here, man.
Thank you very much. I'm very glad to be here. Very glad to be able to see this view. Very nice.
One of the nicer view from the castle, actually. So this castle is, I would say, one of the more beautiful castles in the country.
Okay.
Definitely. We actually call it like castle. Castle. Historically really important, but I don't want to bother you with that. But let's say like around 15th century is the main part of these walls here.
Okay.
But I have a different language challenge for you now.
Okay.
So we have the river here. I would try for you to pronounce the name of the river. It's called Vrbas.
Vrbas.
Yeah, you did like a local. You're local now. So basically all the rivers in the country have like female names.
Okay.
But this is the only one that has a kind of a male name.
Okay.
And we had it like maybe 5 minutes ago, but there is a specific type of a boat that goes here. So it's one of the only types of boat that goes along the current.
Okay.
So like they have a huge stick, it's actually called dayak, and they pull with the stick because it's not that deep now.
Yeah.
And they would go upstream there.
Okay.
And you can do like, it's like a Venetian gondola in a way.
Okay.
So you can see the city from different perspective. If you have time, it's also cool, but
yeah, I would definitely love to try it.
it's really, really cool. It's gonna be packed tonight, man. It's really huge stage in the castle, medieval castle. You will love it. You will definitely love it.
I can't wait. Cannot
And
wait.
the guys that do the job, they do really amazing job. And the event it means a lot for the city, for the urban culture of the city, and you will definitely love it. I know you played in many countries, but I hope that one day when you get asked somewhere in the world where was the really cool stage, you will say there was the city Banjaluka and they had amazing
definitely,
party.
I think it will be, because I mean, I've never been in a setting like this.
You will definitely love it.
I gotta check this out. The Japan episodes. How many episodes do you have?
20.
20 episodes?
20.
Wow.
We did like Japanese food, Kyoto, Tokyo, Shinkansen, capsule hotel, robot hotel.
Yeah. Oh, you got the robot hotel too.
We got like tattoos in Japan.
Oh, wow.
Very nice lady.
We met the most famous director of Japanese pink movies,
Wow, really?
Sachi Hamano. It was, I mean, Japan, trust me, of all the countries we've been to, it's probably the most unique one. It's a different planet.
It's Japan's really cool because they have a lot of subcultures, right? Like a lot of subcultures, you know, things I don't even know, you know.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the fun part.
Something you don't like about Japan?
Well, I would have to say the rush hour, you know, is because, I mean, living in a city, you know, growing up in a city, like, you know, in the morning, people are just really stressed, you know, going to work, you know, coming on time, you know, they have to be on time. Yeah, so, you know, they're like the whole energy, like everyone's just really stressed. So that's the only thing I would say. Luckily, you know, I don't have to commute, so it's okay, you know. I'm sleeping probably that time, but yeah, that's like, you know, growing up too, like a lot of people just, you know, can't be like, oh, go ahead, you know. They're like, no, I have to go first. So but other than that, it's amazing. Or I would say sometimes, you know, Japan, you know, they're a bit not so flexible, you know. They like to you know, go things by the book, and sometimes too much, you know. But you know, they following rules, which is great, you know. It's very loyal workers, but at the same time, yeah, sometimes, you know, you have to have the heart also, right, to help people out.
I think this heart is something that really sticks out here because I would say we're really different, culturally oriented people, because people here tend to prefer fun instead of work. And I think I wouldn't say we are lazy, we are quite hard working, but still people tend to prioritize free time. So they would do everything to have like a coffee time. There is a big like coffee culture in the country. Today is like a work day, you would see all the cafes being full, and people would wonder like why, like what do these people do? Like what do they do in life? Like what is their job? But I just think that people, they don't need so much money to have fun. I think they really would prefer to work less, earn less, but have time for their friends and family.
So,
and on the long run, I think it's more important.
Yeah, I think I totally agree with that. For me too, it's about balance, you know.
Yes, it's about balance. By the way, we came to the mosque. Have you ever been inside of the mosque?
No.
Okay, so we do first time inside of the mosque.
Okay.
So this mosque is called Ferhadiya.
Ferhadiya, okay.
It was built by Ferhat Pasha Sokolovic.
Okay.
And the original mosque was built in the 16th century. And there is one legend that said that the way how it got built. So, as beautiful as it was, the guy that ordered the mosque to be built, when he saw how beautiful it actually looked in the end, he said that, okay, I don't want this to be built again. So I would actually keep the 3 guys that built the mosque inside of a small jail under the top of the mosque.
Really?
Let's go inside.
So we can just go in?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So these 3 workers, they stay 3 days there, trying to find a way how to escape. On the last day, they made to build themselves wings. They flew from the top of the mosques and they...
Right there?
Yes, they landed on 3 different parts of the city. So the neighbors in our city got the names according to their names. Okay. But this is, I would say, really unique mosque. I will show you. So we go inside, we take off the shoes.
Yeah, take off the shoes.
We take off the shoes.
Okay, and we can go in?
Yes. Dobaran. So welcome to your first mosque. So Muslim people, they have 5 different prayers per day. The first one when the sun rises, the last one when the sun like sets down. Okay. Depending on the day of the year, it's like different times. So let's say usually during the day, they will spend up to 2 hours praying. And basically, what I like about Muslim faith is that you have time of the day that you dedicate to yourself, to be in peace. So even though you're super rushed, even though you're super busy, you would come here, let's say like 1 p.m., 2 p.m., spend half hour just like in peace praying with other people. And for me, it's really cool because in the super busy lifestyle that we have now, it's amazing to have time for that. To have time to dedicate to yourself.
This is the main mosque.
This is the main
one. There's
one.
another one, right? Like I remember passing by.
There are a few ones. You probably have
seen
another one which was also built quite recently, but this one I would say is the most beautiful one and the most important one for the local people. So, but this is one place here. It's called Krajiška kuća, like Krajina house.
Okay.
So they sell local type of fruits, vegetable, brandies, liquors.
Right here?
Yes. And we can have something for you to try.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Dobar dan. So this one is from plum.
Plum,
The
okay.
plum that you found on the market.
Yes.
So one.
Maybe I do this after my DJ set.
This is after the DJ set.
Or maybe before.
Or maybe
during, yeah.
Okay, try now this one.
Sure, okay,
Try
let's
now
do
this
it.
one. Let's leave this here.
So I just open it? Is it okay?
Just open it.
40% alcohol?
40% alcohol.
Wow.
Yes. Try it, man. But we're doing strong.
Oh, it's strong but nice. Good
It's
taste.
nice, good
Yeah.
taste?
No. Oh, but yes.
It's strong. You took a big sip.
I took a big sip, yeah. Maybe I should take a nap after.
we say živeli.
Jiveri?
Jiveri.
Kampai.
Kampai, jiveri?
Kampai.
Nice, wow.
this
But it's
one
very
is
tasty.
Yes. So, I mentioned that we have quite heavy food.
Yeah.
So I will take you to one of the heaviest foods you can
Okay,
try, but
sure.
it's really good food. You don't have any allergies or...
No, I can eat anything, no problem. I mean, I eat a lot of meat also in Japan, so
Okay.
I'm used to it.
So, this is called burek.
Burek.
Burek is a specific type of pie. They make it in these ovens here.
Wow.
And there is one with minced beef. It's really good one. They serve it with like yogurt usually. I will give you one to try.
Okay.
But it's something very local from Bosnia, and I think that definitely you will enjoy it.
Okay.
Može njemu burek jedan sa sjeckanom govedinom. Aha. So, this is one of the most famous local dishes. We have one more, it's called cevapi.
Okay.
But this
I
is something
think cevapi is the skewer meat, right?
Yes.
Okay, I had that
Yes.
yesterday. Give it a try.
Yes, give it a try, man.
All right. Wow, it's stuffed with meat.
Yes.
Is it beef?
It's beef. They
Wow.
put a lot of meat. So we have different type of pies.
Very good.
But also try the yogurt. Yogurt it's a really good touch.
And I just drink it.
It's just to drink it.
Very good.
So this is
The
something that-
combination is very nice.
Yes.
Wow. So that pan they put it inside.
Yes.
Wow.
And that thing is called such.
Such.
I'm really not sure how to translate such in English. It's like type of oven where they like cook it that gives this smoky taste and
Very nice. No, it's delicious.
yeah.
Really good. I'm actually very I really like this.
I'm glad, man. I'm glad.
I would eat this if they had this in Japan. I would eat it like a lot.
If you would recommend one Japanese dish to the people from here, what would you recommend to try when they go to Japan?
I would say, personally, I would say ramen, because that's like the soul food of Japan, although it's originally from China. Japan kind of changed it in its way, right? So, because very different from what you see in China. So, ever since I was a kid, like ramen is something, I'm stopping myself from eating ramen because it's not healthy, right? If you eat it every day with all the salt and everything. But yeah, ramen and yakitori would probably be another one I would recommend.
We hear a lot of stories about Japanese people living many years being very, very healthy. Would you say it's the food that makes people live long, or?
I say that would be it. Yeah. It's just the balance, because in Japan we have so many different kinds of food, like types of variety is like the key, I think. We have fried food, we have, we eat things raw, simmered, grilled. So there's many. So I think like this kind of balance is maybe the key for people to live longer, because too much of one thing I just think is not good, like in general,
It's true.
So.
It's true. But too much burek?
Yeah, you know, although, you know, I can probably eat this like every day, like it's just like, yeah, right? It's like ramen, same thing. It's like, you know, you have to put a limit.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe when you're a kid, it's okay.
Nice, nice. And you stay in Banjaluku for today, tomorrow? When do you...
So I came yesterday evening, and then I'm playing tonight, and then straight I go back to Japan.
You go back to Japan?
Yeah, because I'm gonna have our resident party. It's the 10th anniversary party at a club called Womb in Shibuya. So this, like, I have to go. I cannot miss it. So the only option was it was like afternoon flight. So like a 12 o'clock flight from Sarajevo to
Istanbul.
No, not Istanbul. I went via Doha.
Doha. Okay,
Yeah.
Qatar.
So, you know, 12 o'clock I thought wasn't bad, but you know, from here it's going to be like a 3-hour drive, right, to Sarajevo. So in the end, I have to be there probably like 3 hours before.
Yeah.
So which means no sleep tonight. Yeah, no sleep. But you know, I sleep on the flights. Like that's one thing that's really helped me. Like with my tours, is like I learned how to sleep on flights. So I sleep. Like this is actually, like, I'm surprised. Like I never expected. When I was a kid, I couldn't sleep on flights, you know. But now it's like I fall asleep like this because that's the only place for me that everything stops.
Yeah.
You know, no internet, nothing, right? I mean, unless of course you want to pay and for the internet and stuff. But you know, it's like pause for me, you know, and that's when I'm like.
And did you ever count how many flights you take per year?
No, but a lot.
Like more than 100?
More than 100, yeah, easy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
easy.
Wow.
I mean, just in this month, I've probably taken like 20, 25 already. So, yeah.
It's like every day.
Yeah, because to get to destinations, you know, I
And
have to
actually
take
very
multiple flights.
long flight.
Yeah, long flights usually, you know, from Japan to the US or, you know, Japan to Europe. But, you know, touring within, sometimes to get to in cities, like even they're not geographical so far, I have to take like 2 flights or sometimes even 3, you know, like depending on the because we have to also think what time we need to arrive there by, you know, like, and sometimes some cities like the flight options are just like how it takes 12 hours to get, you know. So like sometimes these things happen. So yeah, in total I would say like easy more than 100.
Wow. I mean, I like flying, but
Yeah, you know.
I mean, kudos to you, man. That's really amazing. By the way, thank you for coming to Banjaluku. I hope
thank
you really.
you. Thank you.
Gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you for
Thank you very much.
sharing your music. First of all, I hope you'll enjoy tonight. I hope
Yes.
the people will enjoy, and I hope you would come again and we can
hope
try
to be back.
different things.
Yeah, and I hope to stay longer next time.
Definitely.
You know, and see more of the city.
Thank you
very
so
much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.